Video I'm going to be showing you guys how to assemble the selfie stick as part of activity 2.1.3, putting it together. So the first thing to do is use this link to onshape to access the selfie stick. We do not need to model these, they have it for us. We just need to make a copy. And we have our assembly studio and individual part studios for each item. So what we need to look at is our schematic down here. This tells us how it goes together, right? These lines tell us where everything needs to go. So the only thing that they don't say in onshape, we actually have to attach this part here, okay? And we have to think about how these things are attached, right? This phone holder accommodates multiple sizes of phones. So this piece here actually needs to be able to slide in and out of this accommodating piece. In order to do that, I need to apply a slider mate. I'm going to select the mate connector that I'm looking for to the corresponding mate connector here. And I'm going to hit check. And now this thing can slide in and out. Now you'll notice that it slides all the way off. But we can add limits if we so choose, but I don't feel like measuring this and seeing the limits. Seeing the limits that I would need to add, so I'm going to skip that step. I'm just going to know that it slides in and out. The next thing I'm going to do is follow along with my schematic. I see that this piece attaches onto this back piece here. So in order to do that, it attaches rigidly. I need to create a fastener mate with one of these to the back of this. The fastener mate, when I select it, will attach two pieces and make them rigid. Now, you might get something like this. Right? If that happens to you, that just means that we attached the fastener mate in the wrong area. Delete it, remove the item, and apply it to the other side. I need to attach this to here. And I'm good to go. The next part that I have to add is this thumb screw. The way that I'm going to do that, there's many ways that I could. Whoops, don't want to apply a mate connector. I could put a fasten mate at the top of this, and then I would have to attach that all the way back there. But the easier way is actually, let me reset this. If I put my fastener mate here and here, and if it's oriented in the wrong way, I can flip the axis and just check. And now that is all together. The next step that I have to add is this piece on to the back of this. Simple enough. Again, I want that to be rigid. I'm going to choose a fasten mate with the center, right? You don't want it to be off center. You want the center. And I'll attach it here. And again, I run into that problem. I just have to flip the axis, and I'm good. To attach this, I actually would want to use a revolute mate because I know that this should flip up and down. So I want to add my revolute mate. I'll select where I want that to go to the corresponding side of this item. And I will solve. This should allow, now it's not going to, for some reason it's bugging up on me today. It won't show me that this can slide up and down, but it can. That's okay. For the purposes of this, that's fine. This piece is going to attach to the back, and it needs to be rigid, so I will add my fasten mate And I want to add my fasten mate so that this top cylindrical portion is contained within this, right? So the way I'm going to do that, I'm going to select the base of that item and put it here. And I'll have to flip the axis because these axes are all backwards and just hit check. The last part of this that I need to add is this item. This sheath needs to be able to telescope over top of this. So I'm going to do that by adding a slider mate from here onto here. Flip my axis, hit check, and now I can see that this is able to slide over. And this needs to come down a little bit so that I can have a fully assembled selfie stick. And that's all we really need to do for this assembly here. I hope that video helps in putting all of your different mates in on the selfie stick.